Hi guys, so I'm going to talk about something that has not been talked about on my channel yet, and that is Toby's heartworm journey. People on my Instagram know that Toby had heartworm. Now, he is a service dog, and under the ADA, a dog cannot be a service dog if they have a significant medical condition. However, he was cleared to go back to work by his vet. So, and I do have letters stating that he can be working. I do have documentation from his vet to prove that. Because Toby came from Mississippi, if you guys don't know that a lot of rescue dogs from the South do bring heartworm with them when they come back up to the Midwest, like we are in. Most of the dogs that have heartworm up here in the Midwest are rescue dogs. Toby, when he left his rescue, they had tested his heartworm and it was negative. But unfortunately, 3 or 4 months after getting Toby, we did receive a positive heartworm test. Now, Toby had just been training for a couple months, and he was doing really good, and I was really nervous because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if he'd ever be able to work again. It was very scary, but I was being assured by the vet that he would be able to work. Heartworm basically means that there's little worms living in the heart, which is gross. Basically, Toby had worms living in his heart, and at that time I didn't know. I thought they were just gonna come out as poop. I was very misinformed. So he did heartworm treatment from probably around July 29th to August 17th of 2019. So he was out of work for 3 months, and during those 3 months he was at home. When I went back to school in September, he did end up staying home. And let me tell you, he did not like the sedentary life. He was on strict bed rest. He couldn't really do anything. He did end up tearing up a bed and a good amount of toys. Like the first couple days he was like, oh, very snuggly, like really out of it. But as soon as you left him alone in there, that stuff was destroyed. It was really hard because he had to stay in the kennel, and he had to be in the kennel most of the day unless he was going outside, and you can't just like get all excited and start running around outside. You have to like walk him very carefully. I had to put him on a leash so that he didn't overexert himself. So he had 3 months in which he was on strict bed rest, and then like very, very modified exercise, so he was able to do some walks and stuff. It did get to the point where there was a miscommunication between the vet and I. So the vet originally explained something a certain way. So he said that the amount of weeks that Toby would be like kept at home and kenneled for the heartworm would be a certain amount of weeks. And when we had reached the certain amount of weeks, I was calling the vet almost every day. I'm like, so he can work now, right? And they didn't really give me any reason that he couldn't. They just said, well, we'll reach out to the vet and let you know, like the nurse text and stuff. It didn't happen until after I went into the vet for like a checkup that they told me that there was 4 more weeks of him having to be on this strict kennel rest. That was very frustrating. But after the 4 weeks, around October, like end of October, he was cleared to go back to work. We were really worried about exercising him at first, but he showed us that he really needed it. And now he's a happy-go-lucky dog. If your dog has ever had heartworm, let's talk about it in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. He did end up, when we went to that checkup 4 weeks before he was able to work again, they did tell us that he had a heart murmur, which was really scary, but that apparently is really common with dogs that are going through heartworm treatment, and they said that it would clear up, and it most definitely did. I've had this checked by a couple of different vets just to make sure, like, hey, did you hear this? And they still have not heard it to this day. So now Toby is a happy boy. Happy boy. Happy boy. Happy boy. And he says, thank you so much for all the love and watching us, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye. Here, the Tobys. It's the Tobys. Oh, it's the Tobys. It's the Tobys. Oh, yeah.